all of that stuff. All of it. Hi, I'm Diana, and I'm going to show you how I thrifted this entire French girl style mini wardrobe in under an hour with only $100. A lot of people wonder how I find such good stuff every single time I go. And that's because I go in with a set of guidelines in my head. And if you want to know more about those guidelines, they're in my ebook, French Girl Style for American Women. There's a handy shopping guide in there. Those are the same exact guidelines I use when I go in to thrift. So let's see what I got for $100 this time, and I'll talk about the principles that I used in selecting these clothes, so that maybe you can steal that and get your own French Girl Style wardrobe. First up, we have a basic tank, and it's not really just a basic tank. This is a really good tank fabric where it looks a little bit better than your cotton tank that will stretch out and look saggy baggy after you sweat a little bit. This is not going to go saggy baggy on you. I'll have to look up exactly what fabric this is, but it's not cotton or wool or silk. These are things that I would encourage you to look for when thrifting, but this tank itself I encourage you to get because it doesn't get saggy baggy, and that's enough of the saggy baggy. Something I did look for was cotton, and I found this little vintage skirt. Yes, it's a skirt, but whoever had it was tired of it opening up because they actually sewed it. Looks, it's got little shortlets underneath, and it works just fine. This is a super cute little vintage piece. It makes me feel like I need to go play tennis. But you know what I think it really needs is a little bit of color right here as a belt. And that's actually a French girl style principle as well. Belts make everything better. I'm going to try this lighter color tan woven belt. Okay, so I've got a tan belt. I've got some tan shoes. I hope I am showing them. With a walkable, blocky heel, but also a pointy toe, which makes things look nice. This is a very summery French girl outfit. I'm going to wear my little raffia purse, and I am definitely going to watch a tennis match, or play one, because I've got skirts on. So what are the French girl style principles here? A nicer tank that looks better. Cotton, vintage, both of those things the French girl loves. A nice, neat, and good-looking belt, some walkable shoes, and a summery raffia basket texture kind of bag. I'd like to show you another piece that I picked up and just put it right on top of this. A neutral colored linen shirt from Uniqlo. It is size large, so it's reading oversized on me. So we're just going to turn it into something cute by reining in all of this volume. I love a little bit of a rolled sleeve. I could just leave this down like this and wear it like this, but I think that we might tie it. And I think that this linen shirt can actually do a lot. It's pretty with this. I like it. I think we're going to end up bringing it out some more. Next up is a couple of pink items. I would say normally French girl style is not about like color mixing. So once I found this pink cotton, just kind of voluminous, poofy shirt, but so lightweight and kind of sheer, I fell in love with it, but I thought, no color mixing here. What are we going to do? And then I was lucky enough to find a pink kind of a pencil skirt. And it has this nice little light pink detail up here on the waistband. I don't know if we're going to end up seeing that. It is a little tight through here. I'm not sure if I want to show off my hips like that. But I think that once I get this moving in the right direction, I might not mind that as much. So what do we have here? We have a very boxy and voluminous blouse. It is beautiful, but it's not until we style it. So we're going to now figure out a way to kind of tuck this in without creating a lot of bulk anywhere because this is a tight skirt. Maybe I will unbutton this one button and kind of cross it over before I give it a tuck. My goodness, that's so much better. Now, that waistband is showing, and I love it. It acts like a belt. We have a big, tall slit on this side. Not my favorite, but in hot weather, I don't mind it. This will actually be a great hot weather outfit because this blouse is so sheer and that slit creates so much air movement. It's wonderful. So what were the French girl style principles I used when selecting these? No color mixing. We want monochrome when we're doing a bold color. Cotton blouse with interesting details with a high quality fabric that just looks amazing. Tuck in a little bit all over. And it's thin enough that I can tuck it into this tight skirt and you still don't see bulk. This is pretty. Can we just simply bring this back out? Now we are definitely able to walk down the streets of Paris and people might start speaking French to you. But once they know better, they'll speak American to you. Oh, another thing that's kind of French girl style about this, stripes. Why do you never see me in stripes? Because I'm more of a muted profile, and the only stripes I can wear are stripes that don't have a lot of color difference between the stripes. So you'll never see me in black and white stripes. Pink and white is doable for me. I actually adore this blouse. What a find. It's so light, this microphone's totally pulling it down. Here, have a look without it. So gorgeous. Let me show you another French girl style top I got. And what are we looking at here? We're looking at the French girl style sweet knits. French girls love a sweet knit that almost look like they have been knitted by someone's grandma. And this has little bows on the front. How adorable is that? And there's this whole thing going on right now. This is a trend. I don't follow trends, but I'm just letting you know. This is a trend right now where when the shirt opens up between the connections, that's something they're doing. I don't need to do it. We're just going to let that be closed. And look how pretty and easy it is to wear a sweet knit with bows or maybe little hearts or dots. It's just very feminine and cute. And sure, you could throw on your saggy baggy tank, but why would you when you could wear something that looks this much better? I promised I wouldn't say saggy baggy again. I can't make promises on that. What else did we get? Oh, looky here. You know what French girl style this is. We're always talking about these cotton pieces that have these holes. And I think that the consensus is that it's okay to say that it's pointelle, but there are other words that people are using, like open work, when you've got the embroidery around the hole. This is definitely something the French girl loves. This kind of fabric, they can't get enough of it. So what did I find? I found an entire dress with it. It's really pretty, really easy to wear. This is a lovely dress that could really go anywhere. It's also in a nice neutral color. The French girls love their neutrals, and who can blame them? All neutrals go together. And you know, I was lucky to thrift a pure white piece with no stains on it. Obviously, someone maybe wore this once or not at all and donated it. Sometimes you get lucky, but you have to be careful when you are thrifting white items. Or if you're thrifting a dress that had a belt and now it doesn't anymore, and now all you have is belt loops. And of course, you could cut them off if you were just going to wear the dress like this, and you could. But I want to wear a belt, and I think I'm just going to choose my woven belt that I use for a lot of things because I like to mix white, black, and tan. And I love how this belt does that. Perfect. It adds the right amount of weight to this dress. This is a really nice shirt dress. I don't usually like collars on things, but when collars are soft, I can forgive them. How about this basket bag? Because you know where I'm going, and it's sunny out. This is just like the perfect put together summer dress outfit for many Parisian activities, if that's where you're going, because it's also perfect for many other cities. It certainly couldn't hurt to add a scarf. And I did indeed find a scarf. I know, I have 1 million scarves. What am I doing picking up more silk scarves? I don't know, I cannot help myself. In fact, there were like 5 silk scarves there, and I let myself only buy one. That was a hard choice. I found this gorgeous large scarf by Echo, and I love the muted colors. It's a very light kind of seafoam green and peach. Let's wear it with this dress. I think at this point I might choose a lighter belt. It's kind of stealing attention from the scarf. And now that we have belt loops, I can bring my white belt back out. Why choose the white belt? Because all I really want is the gold flash of the buckle and a little bit of cinching in from the belt. At this point, you could do something very French, and you can add a red bag. A pop of red. I love that. In fact, I want to show you something. There's another way you can add a pop of red. I also thrifted these little Ralph Lauren, what do you call these? Wedges. They only have like an inch heel, but they're super pretty. Let's put them on. So here's your pop of red in the shoes. I think that's a really cute way to go too. With or without the scarf. Without is cute, but I think with is cuter. But I do think that my favorite look is just wearing it straight down like this with the drop waist look, and possibly just taking these off. I'd have to wear this a couple times before I commit to that, but I certainly can wear without taking them off, and I'm not committing any crime. I would say definitely give it a thought before cutting off your belt loops. But isn't this wonderful? Another principle here is that in your French girl style, you want to just wear simple gold jewelry. In this case, I'll be wearing this chunky gold bracelet and this necklace and these earrings, and they go with everything. I also love how they go with the gold zipper on this dress. Such a nice touch. What else did we get? So what are you supposed to do on the super hot, humid days as a French girl needing some style? You have a very simple, easy to throw on dress. Something that's feminine, pretty, easy, not complicated, because the French girl style principle we're talking about here is looking like you just simply don't care. You just threw on your nice items and you walked out the door. You did not overdo anything or overthink anything. You should appear effortless. And this is one of those dresses where you can appear effortless. So one of the ways you can appear more effortless is to not prop up your girls and present them. Let them relax. The French girl lets them relax into a softer, more natural profile. The French girl also doesn't overstyle her hair. It almost should look like her hair just happened to her. Her makeup should be natural and neutral and look like she hardly has any on, if any at all. She would wear a nice, simple, walkable shoe. I'm still wearing these little tiny wedges, which are adorable and so easy to walk in. Little open toe, peep toe wedges. We're going to bring out the silk scarf again. I'm not going to wear it around my neck. We're talking about a hot, humid day. Suppose I just wanted a little extra flair. And that should also be tied in kind of a casual way, where it's not like super tight. It just looks like a little bit of a decoration, just a little bit of extra to this dress. Because the French girl loves her silk scarves, and she does love to put that little extra touch that's different from everything else. And I do think at this point, there's too many colors in here, so I would switch back to a walkable but neutral shoe. So much better, so easy, so I didn't try hard. It's beautiful. Silk scarves really are endlessly versatile if you're brave. A lot of people don't experiment enough with their scarves. You could also just wear it as a little shawl. That's really pretty. You could also simply tie it on your bag. I like to let it hang down the back. And that's just a pretty swish of color when you turn. Easy breezy. Guess what else is easy breezy? Throwing on your linen shirt if you need a little bit of sun protection. I love this too because this looks so effortless. This just looks like these clothes just kind of threw themselves on my body and I was already walking out the door. I hope that I'm communicating that correctly because of course the French girl looks stylish and sophisticated and put together, but it should definitely look as if she did not even think about it. She's got other things to do, but still, it happened and she looks great. The French girl isn't afraid to play a little bit with her clothes, so you wouldn't necessarily just let that hang down. If you look a little bit better cinched in, then what I'm going to do is tie it up and then tuck it under. And that's just a cute little cropped look that also matches the cropped vibe of my dress. I love this. I love the neutral with the orange. Gorgeous. Don't forget about the scarf. Never forget about the scarf. Is there more? Yes, there is. This one's a little bit of a surprise. So you wouldn't think that this jersey looking, like football jersey looking t-shirt would be within French girl style, but it is because the French girl also likes to add a little touch of something bizarre, something out of the ordinary, something that nobody else is going to do, an original thought of her own. And I think that in this case, I would count this as something that most people wouldn't choose. So I am allowing myself to pull this little skirts, these skirts? Which one is it? I've allowed myself to pull the skirts. I don't like that. These skirts, these pants, these skirts. That makes sense. I've allowed myself to pull these skirts out of my closet to show you how cute they are with this jersey. Now, am I styled yet? No, but I do think that they're a cute pair, and I still feel covered up enough that this much leg is not going to bother me, and it's going to feel great in the summertime. So we're going to bring this linen shirt back out, but we are going to drape it over and add a bag. And look how adorable I am. That is such a crazy thing to say about yourself, but I think that we should all get comfortable saying that about ourselves. When you feel cute, say it. Make it normal. Normalize it. Where am I going? I could go almost anywhere. This is so great. Love this combo. But guess what? We're not even done yet. Sorry, let's bring these items back out. Blue tank top, linen shirt with the skirts. Perfection. With this bag, even more perfection. There's so much to this thrift haul, but I really did save the best for last. Well, I think so. Let's see it. Here you go. You get the blue tank top with this gorgeous color block skirt. Why is this skirt French girl style after I said we're not dealing with color mixing? Because this skirt mixed the colors on its own. I'm gonna let it do that. And not only that, it mixed it with neutrals. And that's a French girl style principle right there. This skirt is a viscose blend. It's a nice thick fabric that just hangs. It's heavy. You can see it, how heavy it is. It's a glorious heavy fabric that feels amazing. Not only that, look at this color combo. So cute. You could wear it just like this. Or we could bring back our bag with the scarf. Or we could wear our scarf just like this. Yes, I do that sometimes. What am I always saying? Wear your scarf casually. Just toss it on. Toss it on like a French girl would because she just wants to enjoy her beautiful scarf. You don't have to be fancy. You don't have to tie it like a flight attendant. You don't have to know anything about knots. Just toss it on. So there you go. 11 pieces. I really did thrift those in under an hour because I used my style principles to look down the aisle and not waste my time. What am I looking for? Great fabrics, interesting things like open work, things like linen, things like gorgeous cotton, vintage. These were all inside my head as I filtered out the rest of the junk. And that's how you can get it done in an hour too. I don't even think it came to $100. I think it was more like $93. So that's it, babies. If you need your own shopping list, you can get it in my ebook. It outlines all the principles that I've identified personally. And if you like this kind of content, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you want to see. If you want to see more of this kind of thrifting, I'm not going to fight you. That was tons of fun. I'll see you soon.